You're listening to the Here for the Clout podcast. Here are your hosts, Sherilyn Dale and Cece Suarez. Yeah, baby.
Hello, Clout Queens, Kings, and in-betweens. Welcome back to the Here for the Clout podcast. My name is Chelsea Suarez, and this supple little starfish is your other host, Sherilyn Dale.
I feel like a starfish today.
Oh my God.
I don't know. I love it. That was meant to be.
Yeah.
Hi.
It was meant to be.
Missed you.
We missed you so much. I feel like I have not talked to you in a while, and I hate that for me. We also talk every single day, all day long.
but it's
I
different
haven't
when we
seen
don't
your
see each
face.
other. Yeah.
Yeah, I hate that. But, we're just going to keep moving. We're not going to address last episode. Listen, some people did not like it.
What I will say though, we even said something. We liked that the majority of the people who didn't agree, it was productive conversations and it was like respectful
Yeah.
disagreeing, which I'm like, that's okay. We've
Girl.
said that so many times. We don't all have to agree. We don't
And
just
bringing
hate
up, like,
and
other
write
good
off
points,
people.
too, though.
Yeah.
Like, someone brought up, they had said something about, like, pretty privilege. And I was like, oh, my God. And they even, like, disagreed with us. But I was like, oh, I didn't even think about pretty privilege. Like, that's another great aspect to this, too. I think people get just, so, and rightfully so, your feelings are valid. I get it, girl. Been there. I mean, why do you think we got so up in arms about shit, right? But it's like, people get so emotional about their, with their opinions and stuff. And like, why do we have those opinions formed that way? Because of like how we were brought up or things we've experienced or trauma that we've had or whatever, right?
Mhm.
And that's all valid. We get it. But a lot of people aren't able to like see it from that point. And there were even a few comments that were like, I'm just so surprised that like you're and I knew this was going to happen. I thought it was going to be worse though, when people are like, oh, I'm just so surprised. Like y'all are so close to Jesse and Lillian. Your takes were so different. I'm like,
We already knew they were going to be.
what?
We already talked
Like,
about
right.
it. We talked about it in the group chat. And
But
guess what? We all
isn't
still
that
love each
weird,
other.
though? Yeah, right. But isn't that weird? So though, it's like, and I even commented back, I was like, well, yeah, I mean, it's okay for you to have like, first of all, different, opinions regarding whatever, but it's like regarding like on the internet that doesn't affect you and like literally does not matter in your life. Yeah, who cares? Like,
Yeah.
oh well.
I think that's
But
the fun of even having like a productive conversation, of being able to like see like different perspectives and sides. That's how we stood on it. That's how Jesse and Lily stood on it. And it's
mhm.
fine.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, did you guys know that we have a Patreon? Patreon.com/here for the clout. We're so excited about it, and you are too. So please join. We have almost 500 paying members, and that's so exciting. And we are so
insane.
excited, and you are so excited.
Yeah, that's amazing. I love it. I love it over there. Today's episode will actually be, the extended portion of it will be on Patreon.
We got some we got to talk about.
Yeah, we have a
We
lot
got-
we have a lot to talk about today. Like, so our main topic, I guess, like, I don't know what this says about us. It's one of Chelsea and I's favorite subjects, and it's like cheating TikTok.
It's because of my generational trauma.
It's just like, I don't know what
Okay.
it is.
It's because of People magazine.
Yeah, I feel
Yeah.
like it's, I don't know, kind of like the true crime of it all, where you're like, I'm looking for the signs. Okay, so this, like, I want to
it's
hear all
the-
about it. I want to hear
yeah.
how they got through it. I want to know what was leading up. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm so obsessed. Got deep in this one. We're going in it together. And then for our bonus episode over on Patreon, I'm really excited about that, because we are going to be catching up with some of our like past subjects, right?
You guys.
A little check-in.
I'm just going to list off a few. You won't even like, just thinking, you're probably like, how the fork is there an update on this person? Rug lady?
Oh,
Fucking blast from the past, right?
what?
The filthy house lady.
Okay, I saw her the other day. She got her
Yeah,
toilet
well, I mean-
really clean. Oh, okay, we have more. All right.
The way she was. We'll get into that in Patreon. And then Sepia Bride, not 2.0, 1.0, the OG Sepia Bride. Sepia Bride and I were just texting today, and I told her we're going to talk about her. And then Adriel Sigler.
Yes.
And there was one more, and I feel like I'm forgetting who it is. But either way, that's a lot of people.
It is. I'm so excited.
Oh, Lisa. I'm sure Lisa's doing something.
No, I'm
I'll
so
check in with
fully
her.
convinced now that it's not even just delusion. I think she's trolling. Just the more that I've
Yeah.
seen about it, especially about, I think back on her saying, "Oh, I'm getting the body cam so that I have like footage all the time, and I'm gonna
Guess
get."
what never happened?
It doesn't ever happen. Even in the hotel where
Mm-mm.
she said they like broke in, and she's like, "But look, there's a camera right here, and I'm getting access to it." No, you
Guess what
didn't.
never
It
happened?
never freaking happened. I think she's trolling.
One could hope. But then also, like, do we hope? No, we probably don't.
I don't
I
know.
don't know, man. It's
I'm just
weird.
over her.
Mm-mm.
She's annoying me.
I hate it. Yeah, I do hate it.
Okay, you know who else is annoying me?
Me?
No.
Well, do you want to do comment call out?
Oh, right. Don't try to segue yet, Sherilyn.
I'm sorry. I know you're getting a little too excited here. I'm like going the backwards way to this right now. I was trying to do it like while you were saying one thing and then I got so distracted.
Do you want me to go while you read yours?
Yes.
Okay, mine is from Jennifer H0618. She said, "Harry Housey, isn't it Jowsey?" Chelsea replies back, "LOL, listen, after like 2 hours, it's impressive that we still know who we're talking about." That was kind of your reply that had me dying. Did you see I was a lot more active in that one? I was like, I'm going to be in the trenches with you, babe.
I was so impressed.
Yeah, I knew I needed to be in there, put the armor on, and I was
Yeah.
in there.
I was really, really impressed by you. So I'm going to show the one that I have pinned to this one. Where is it? Sort by top. Yeah, I really liked this one from Raylan Thompson 2242. And it says, this episode actually completely changed my, not me like sucking my own wiener on this one. This episode actually completely changed my perspective on the Avery, God damn it, Harry Housey. Avery Wood situation. I almost clicked out of it because I initially disagreed, period. I wish more people were willing to sit through discomfort of an opposing perspective to understand a situation more clearly. I love you girls. And I'm sure there's comments that are not nice. Oh, never mind. No, someone said me too. You wouldn't think there would be any backstory that could explain why she said, but there really is. I think it's blown out of proportion, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And hey, listen,
I love that.
everyone. I really love that. I feel like that is a good example of like how we were saying, like, yeah, it is a mature, logical, like nuanced conversation. And, it's just like open. Like, I love that.
Mhm.
Oh, someone did call me. They said that I am the most ableist autistic creator because I am like self-deprecating sometimes about me being diagnosed autistic. So don't know if you know this, but purely because I am autistic, that means I'm being ableist. Cool.
That doesn't make sense to me, though.
Of course it doesn't. That person's an idiot.
Okay, that's
listen.
what I was talking. I'm like, that does
Listen.
yeah.
Mine and my husband's love language is roasting each other. I am the youngest of 4. I am delusionally too confident in myself and my entire life. And bitch, I lived in the troubled teen industry for 2 years. You think what you're going to say is going to hurt my feelings? No, it's not going to. So just keep it to yourself, okay? Or just say it, whatever. Either way, I'm on your mind and you are putting too much energy into them little keyboards. With those little piano key fingers, give yourself a breast exam. Like, do something with those angry fingers that's going to be more productive.
That is productive.
You saw my text update about my mom?
Did, yeah, babe.
Yeah. Cheers to Linda not having cancer. Again. This bitch.
We love
This
Linda.
bitch cannot stay out of the cancer center. No, she's doing good though. I know I talked about it a little bit on my channel too. So
Good.
we're doing good. Hey, can you tell me about these cheating a-holes, please? I need to know. Share.
What we're going to do, I think, so today we are talking about a story that I came across, and I just loved the wife, the now ex-wife.
Always a good sign.
She's got some spunk to her. She's like, you know what? Screw you, buddy. We're not going to do this. And also to the mistress, screw you. But what caught my eye and attention on this was who the husband was having an affair with. So the husband was having an affair while his wife, Sarah, his wife is Sarah.
Okay.
I believe his name's Ben. We'll figure out right away here when we start
Ugh.
watching.
Of course it is.
When she found out that he wanted to just out of nowhere up and leave the relationship, they'd already had a kid, 2 dogs, and she was 30 weeks pregnant, ready to pop like any day. And all of a sudden he's like, I've got depression. I got to go. I'm going to go stay at my mom's house. And she was like, well, if you're going to
That's
go
not
to
how that
your...
works, buddy.
Yeah, she's like, if you're going to go to your mom's house, then like you need to take the dogs because like I can't be this pregnant with the toddler that I'm running around taking care of the dogs and you're MIA just like doing your thing. So then he had to get an apartment. It was a whole thing. Anyways, I'm getting ahead of myself. She comes to find out that she was suspecting there was an affair. And he was denying it and trying to kind of like leading her on a little bit, but wouldn't outright say it that there was an affair. Then he finally did. And it was a woman. He's a photographer. He had been the second shooter, like the videographer, on this woman's Harry Potter wedding. That's where they met.
Wait. When you say on her Harry Potter wedding, like she was the bride?
She was the bride. We have footage, don't you worry. We have the videography footage.
Did he shoot the footage?
He did. He did.
You know what this reminds me of?
What?
Wait. Hold on. It's going to be the most hilarious, the most hilarious reaction you've ever had. Hold on. I love that right when that it just pulls it up right away. Oh God. Okay. I have to make sure my sound is down so you don't hear it. Oh God. How do you do this? Okay. Let me send it to you. It's so good. Okay. Now I'm going to say, look in your text. I'm going to say, you know what that reminds me of? Look at your text.
Can you do your Hermione impression? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Ron's been splashed.
That?
Been spleached?
Harry, Ron's been splashed.
I love her so much.
Are there ever those things you go around your house just like saying? Like one
Is
of the
that one
ones
of
I always
them?
say, yep, Ron's been spleached. And then another one of them is chocolate. The SpongeBob, like weird little spine lady.
Oh, I know. I don't know.
Did you say chocolate? Yeah. And then my leg is another one.
I'd have to think about mine because I have like such random ones and Brent doesn't even like know what the hell I'm talking about any of the time. Because if it doesn't have anything to do with Fast and the Furious, he doesn't know. If I want to get his attention, I just go, I live my life a quarter mile a minute.
That's not how it goes. Live my life a quarter mile at a time.
That's what I meant.
That's offensive. No one show this to Brent, please. Okay, so sorry about that. I had to show you
I love it.
because I've been holding that in all day.
Well, I'm glad you had an
all right.
opportunity to use it.
Listen, I was gonna use it no matter what. So where do we start? The how they met?
No, let's
Or-
start with the wife. But
Okay, how long are these? Because why are there 47?
yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. So maybe will you put your speed on 1.5?
I'd love to.
Yeah.
I was gonna do that anyways. All right. Oh, she looks so young.
She's so cute. I love her.
Shall we?
Part 1 story time of my husband's affair. Yes, we are getting divorced, but I will be calling him my husband and his mistress in these videos. So on September 1st, 2024, when I was 30 weeks pregnant, my husband has been very depressed for like most of the summer. And that day I finally asked him again, like, is it me? Like, well, like, why have you been so depressed? And he said it was me. And he basically told me that he was no longer in love with me. He loved me, but he was no longer in love with me. So he gave me an entire week to stay at our house that we lived in together for 5 years. He stayed there for a whole entire week. I tried to, get him to stay, like figure things out, why he was telling me this. So he stayed for a week and then he moved into his mom's house the next Monday, a week later. He moved into his mom's house, leaving me 30 weeks pregnant to care for our 2-year-old toddler and our 2 very big dogs that we have. He told me that he would come to the house every day, help walk the dogs, help take care of our child, in which he did not live up to what he told me. So I made him get the dogs out of our house because how am I supposed to take care of all the responsibilities when he just up and left? And he was doing sketchy things like not spending the night at his mom's house anymore, staying the night there. He was staying the night at his friend's house. One night his phone died and he was out having drinks with his friend and his phone died all night and he didn't tell me what he was doing. So I was having my suspicions that he was definitely up to no good, and he was forced by me to get his own apartment so he could take the dogs out because I couldn't handle 2 very big dogs, a toddler, and 30 weeks pregnant. So he gets approved for an apartment where he's able to bring the dogs, and before he moves into the apartment, he has a trip to Orlando planned with some of his friends and at the time, his current bosses that he shoots weddings for. It was them, they're a couple, and then another couple. They were all going, so he was going to Orlando and going to the theme parks with everyone that were married. So I didn't think anything of it. I wasn't happy that he was going to Orlando because we were going through something crazy. Like, he told me he wanted to leave me and we were going through something very crazy. He was moving out, he was taking the dogs, and like he was having money issues, and I didn't think this was the right time to go to Orlando. But he was like, no, this trip has been planned. So he decided to go. On September 9th, he sends me a text between him and a married woman that is also going to Orlando, and he tells me how she has an extra room in her hotel that he can stay at. So here's the text.
Shall we? Hey, I'm not sure if you're planning on staying overnight, when we go to Universal or not. But I always stay at Dockside. And I just booked their 2-bedroom suite, blah, 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 blah. If you decide you want to stay, you're welcome to have the other room. Not trying to be weird, just thought I'd offer. I'm honestly not trying to share a room with the rest of them. I'm laughing my ass off. Hey, I'm assuming this is the husband.
Mhm.
So you didn't hear it from me, but I was literally telling Sarah last night that the last thing I want to do is share a room with Sam and David. Definitely a love-hate relationship there. But yeah, I'd be down to split that with you. Kind of cool that they have separate rooms. They don't have separate rooms.
And it's funny because so Sam and David, will hear like from them about them later. That is the couple who own the photography business that shot that wedding. So he was their second shooter.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's who they are.
It's just so convenient that they have extra bedrooms, you know?
Like, what is this?
This is just such like a cover my type thing. And it's like, hey, I got a great idea. If you want to have sex with someone else and you are in a monogamous marriage or relationship, just leave. Just leave.
Yeah.
Literally, I say it's literally not that hard. But you're a little bitch. You should just leave. That's an overgeneralization. Calm down. But like also don't cheat. And don't do this bullshit. Especially to you're pregnant. I'm going to...
Yeah.
Calm down, Chelsea.
Yep.
Don't worry about it. I literally booked it anyway already. And I know Sam said she wasn't sure if you could stay or how many nights because of your family and such. Oh, yeah, because he has an actual family. So it's just there if you want it. No pressure.
It's there if you want it.
I bet it is, girl.
So those texts right there happen to be from the Mistress, who at the time did not think anything of it because one, she was married, two, he was at her wedding because he was the second shooter for the videography of her wedding. So I thought absolutely nothing of it. And also at the time of the Orlando trip, nobody besides our parents knew of our separation at all. So September 23rd rolls around. He goes to Orlando. Nobody knows of any troubles between him and I. And at this time, I'm 33 weeks pregnant. So my husband and his mistress, they blindside their bosses, my husband's bosses, and the mistress's best friend. They blindside all of them and act like a complete couple in front of everyone when everyone's just thinking that they're still in their happy marriages. So they have the audacity to blindside everyone that they're close to in their lives. And here's a photo that was taken on September 23rd. And that day, my husband and I, we were still sleeping together. So this day, we slept together before he went on this trip. And look at this photo. So the couple that my husband works for and shoots weddings with took a picture from under the table of them in Orlando on September 23rd and blindsided everybody. You can even see they are wearing matching shoes at this time. Look at this photo. Okay, I'm 33 weeks pregnant. He's still sleeping with me. Nobody knew of our separation. And this photo was taken. So the next couple of days on the Orlando trip is when he doesn't check in on us, doesn't ask about his son, doesn't ask about me when I'm 33 weeks pregnant. I have to FaceTime him to hear from him. He also then tells me that, Sarah, like, we're done. I don't have to update you. I don't have to tell you what I'm doing at all times. That's when he became very distant with me. And I was like, I can't believe this is really happening. This is my life. And he doesn't want to work on things. And he's just out having fun on a vacation while I'm home, heartbroken, pregnant, dealing with our toddler, taking care of our dogs. And I'm just sitting at home wondering what he's doing. I didn't have any speculation, though, that he was cheating on me at this time. But I was hurt that he even went on this trip. So he comes back for this trip and he moves into his apartment. He takes the dogs. Everything's fine. I see him in his apartment. I even help him pack his shit in my house so he can take it. Things are still weird, but we are on pretty good terms at this time because I'm trying to protect my peace and my well-being before the baby comes. I don't want to add stress to the baby and harm to the baby while I'm pregnant. But I do bring up to him every day, like, are you cheating on me? Are you cheating on me? Is there somebody else? And he keeps saying, no, I would never cheat on you. I just want to be alone. I don't want to be with anybody. He wants to figure out his mental health and all that stuff because it got really bad again once he did move into the apartment, and he blamed me for that. And he would text me and blow up my phone at night saying how depressed he was and stuff. And I was always there for him. And even when I was going through the hardest time of my life, I wanted to make sure that he was okay. And at times did feel bad for him, but I always told him that he can come back home. That's all I wanted him. I was like, you can come back home. Like, you can change your mind. If there's nobody else who are cheating on me, like, come back home. All right, come back for part 2
So
when I find out that he's having an affair on me.
Change your mind.
That's insane. Like, think about it too. Like, you're pregnant. So she said they have a 2-year-old. So that means that they got pregnant when, like, right after the kid's first birthday, basically. That's a rough 2.5 years.
Very rough time.
It's really rough 2.5 years. She said they've been married for, what, 5 years?
I didn't catch it, but I'm going to say that you
I
probably
think that,
did.
I think, yeah, I think that's what it was. And because she said in this house that we've been living in together for 5 years, I think is what she said. And
Out of nowhere,
so, yeah, I mean,
seemingly.
well, if you back it up even more, that means that so they lived together, got married, whatever. And then a year after, or like a year and a half after me pushing, it would be 2 years, they got pregnant. You're pregnant for basically a year.
Mm-hmm.
And then give birth, have a newborn, or a newborn, then a baby for a year, and then right after I got you pregnant again, and now you're pregnant again, and he's now saying like, oh, I'm so depressed. It's like, yeah, motherfucker, guess what?
It's hard.
It's not you. You think this is fun?
Literally.
This ain't fun.
No, it's like putting myself in that situation is actually so heartbreaking, especially like considering how pregnant she was. And this coming out of nowhere. And like she said, she's like, I'm just trying to like process and still be there for him, but also like keep my mental health okay, like for my stress levels and like the health of the baby, because we're like at the end sign right here.
The thing is though, is how she even, and I know we're gonna get to the rest of it too, but how she even said, she's like, yeah, he said he would like come over and help with like the kids and like
he was
with the baby.
definitely
And
alluding to like this was mental health. He just needed his space, and like they're still sleeping together. So maybe if he wasn't even saying that there was hope, those actions are making you think that there is hope, right? Like she still loves him.
Of course. Yeah. And listen, of course. And like you want to like, even though we all know realistically, like as they get older, it's like, oh, I stayed because of like my kids. And it's like, bitch, please leave because of your kids. Like no one wants, as millennials will tell you, which my parents are still together, but I've seen friends and it's like, it would have been better if you weren't together, but like, it doesn't sound like he was.
Well, he wasn't honest at all. And that's the thing. It's like, if you made that decision, you're going to do what you're doing. It's almost like he was like seeing what was going to work out so that if it didn't, he had somewhere else to go. And like, that's both.
Well, it doesn't sound like he's a good dad either. Or a good, like a good co-parent.
Yeah.
Because you just leave and then you don't come to your house. What about your toddler?
Oh, wait till you see the text messages that he sent her, like trying to turn it on her, and how hard it is for him, like what he's going through.
Well, and that's what I'm like kind of alluding to. And we don't know, we're not there, but it's also like no good parent could just leave and then not come back and like spend time with your kids. So in my opinion, knowing nothing, this guy's a deadbeat dad. So it's like, I'm sorry, it's been hard for you.
Oh, wait, babe, wait
for
until
you.
Wait till you find out
Like,
what
girl,
happens
do
when
you
she
even
gives
know
birth, because she's had the baby.
Oh yeah.
So
he doesn't even know what size diapers his kids wear, I bet. Does he know where the pajamas are? No, he doesn't.
Oh, for sure no. Okay, go to part 2 and I'll kill him.
That's a joke. Part 2, got it. I'm gonna do 2 times speed.
Yeah.
She has such long hair.
I know, it's so
also
long.
though, that bedroom color, girl, that bedroom color is giving me mental health issues.
The bedroom color is giving me this one crazy lady that was in an MLM that would always like pop up on my feed, and like she had this like beach theme in the background. I guarantee you've seen her. She's the one who left Hempworks and tried to start her own CBD company with her husband, that they're definitely giving like worse swingers, and we're going to try to sleep with all of our downline. You know who I'm talking about.
They have a chair in the middle of in the corner of their room that faces the bed for sure.
Yeah, like, yeah. You know who I'm talking about, right?
They started the one Ariel,
Yes.
or Ariel or something like that.
Yes.
Yeah, I love that. Okay, she also had a room that she would film in that it was like a closet, and it just had black and white stripes on the walls, and people would always be like, girl, why are you filming in a Sephora closet?
Yeah.
At this point in time, it's the end of September. I still have no idea about the affair. He moved into his apartment because I forced him to take our dogs because I couldn't possibly handle 2 very big needy dogs while heavily pregnant and a very needy toddler as well. So I gave him some responsibilities since he decided he wanted to leave all his responsibilities and he needed to help out. So he took the dogs, and now here are some text messages between him when he moved out and how he treated me.
Okay, you're not going to be in the same boat soon. You have your mom's help. Does that make sense? I had no help moving into this place.
She literally says
You're
she
an adult.
even helped him when she was 30 weeks pregnant. But also, where are your friends? Like,
Bud, you're an adult.
get a case of beer and toss it on Marketplace.
She doesn't need help moving. She needs help with your
the
children.
manipulation is insane.
Sam sucks. Sam, what do you look like, Sam?
Is it
what do
Sam?
we think
Is he
Sam
Sam
looks like?
or is it Ben?
Oh, she called him Sam.
Oh, okay. Sam is also the female friend who was doing the wife that got that photo under the thing, because she was like, what the f is going on, and took like photo proof that they were touching each other's legs. Anyways, keep going.
Could you imagine being that wife and husband, like being so uncomfortable and like finding all this out and taking that photo and you two just looking at each other and being like, what the fuck's going on?
No.
Like, obviously it'd be like a horrible situation to be in, but like also getting back into the car alone and driving away from that, me and Tony would have been like, what just happened?
I know. I think we'll hear from her and like just like how they were like trying to navigate that, but like immediately they were like, we're cutting you off, like him off, and trying to figure out how they were gonna like approach it with her, considering that she was like pregnant or whatever, but they had like the receipts of like something going on.
Well, and good.
Yeah,
good. Those are your people.
Yeah.
Yes. And then it says, oh, so after midnight, because remember she said that like late at night, when he was like at his apartment, he would like text me and like tell me how it was all my fault, basically. And he said, I had no help moving into this place. I squeezed every last dollar out to be able to even get in here because I had to. Sir, it's the consequences of your own actions. No one knows what I'm going through, and no one ever will, because I'm the bad guy and no one cares.
So that is basically confessing without confessing.
Sounds like an admission of guilt to me.
Literally.
Cute. And she says, they just think you're getting what you want. But I know, Sam, I know none of this is easy by any means. And I don't think it's supposed to be good.
Remember when I called him Ben?
Yeah, who the Ben? There's some white guy. I mean, he looks like a Ben with those skinny jeans.
He does.
But my parents are not giving me money. They aren't supporting me. They paying for the roof over something. I don't know. Let's continue.
All the time and making me feel guilty of what he's going through because I have no idea what he's going through. And I didn't because I had no idea because I had an affair on me. But so I was very confused by how he was always playing the victim, and I was always trying to figure out like what the hell is going on with this man. But here are some more texts that he had the audacity of sending me as well.
Well, I'm a broke dad with 2 kids and an ex-wife that I said I'd support forever. So my reality is pretty bad too. Does he have an ex-wife other than her, or is he saying that she's the ex-wife?
He's talking about her already when she's the one being like, what can I do? Like, I just want your mental health better. You know, like if it's that this bad, like come home. And then he's saying that to her.
Yeah, it's like, sir, no one's forcing this on you. You're doing this to yourself. And the fact that she's even, because she doesn't know about the affair yet.
No.
But she's also, yeah, but like she's also saying like, we can work through it.
Yes.
Like, and listen, everyone, this is their 7-year itch.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ours didn't happen at 7 years. It was at like, probably like 5 years married, I think is what it was.
Oh, really?
Then again, that's like 47 years together for us. But yeah, listen, we all go through dark and like hard times, but like you work it out, and you don't, you don't have an affair and move out and then start playing the victim and sending these types of texts to your like
30,
my life's pretty bad. You did this to yourself.
Pregnant wife.
I'm a broke dad with 2 kids, but you put yourself in that position. Like we have a house. You don't have to be there.
No.
What a psycho.
Yeah, it is a little bit psychotic. A lot.
Basically was always trying to play the victim as well, and that we were both going through very hard times, and it wasn't just me. And I was just trying to get him to understand how my life was flipped upside down, and I was blindsided by all this, and he would just send me things like that. So I was very confused about all this, and I did have my suspicions that there was somebody else, but this leads me into the beginning of October, and he's going on a work trip to New York to shoot a festival. He was going to the festival with another married woman, and he told me that she's just getting into photography, and he was helping her get into the festival so they could shoot all this stuff. So he sent me this text between them.
What's with all the staged texts too, hey? Like, isn't it insane?
Yes.
Because spoiler alert, it's her again.
Yes. But it's also how you just said. I love that you said that because that's kind of what I was alluding to before too, is the stage text. And it's like, why would you send, like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, why would you send this person a text between you two? Like, if you're going to go work together, like, that's weird. Like, I would want, obviously we're not cheating on our spouses, but okay, so it doesn't apply actually because he's not doing like the right thing. But still, the thing is like, if you're going to be working with someone and like spending a weekend with them, or like, you know, going somewhere with them for a while, even if they're gay, I don't care. Like, no matter who they are, I want Tony to meet them. Like, literally, he comes in every night and like says goodnight to you when we're filming. And like, he's, you know, talked to Lily and Jesse before, and Isabella and Deanna and Sloan. Like, we made sure that he met Sloan before me and Sloan like had to drive to go do an interview one day with someone. And with Josh, like him and Josh like have each other's numbers and still talk. And you know, and like, yeah, we didn't spend the night together, but like Josh was like at our house and like we spent like full days together.
Yeah,
like,
but you
Tony had to go do
include your spouse in that, right? Like
Yeah.
so that they can feel as comfortable as possible if you have nothing to hide and it's genuinely
it's like
that
those
innocent and you let
boundaries.
them kind of
Yeah.
dictate that, and it's not a control thing. It's like, even if
Yes.
that, let's say for whatever reason it was tossed out, like we're doing a 2-bedroom suite, whatever, I wouldn't do that personally. I would not be okay with my husband doing that personally.
No.
But to have not met them and it just be like, oh, this wife or whatever is going there and I met her here, you know, no. Like, this
No.
woman is so patient and understanding and caring.
So that she said this was in October then.
This new one
So
was. So yeah, I'm also referring to
Yeah.
like right when he drops the bomb and she's like feeling like
Yes, of course.
she
of
doesn't
course.
have control of the situation
Yeah.
because he's basically said like he's leaving,
Yeah.
but not.
Well, so this was in October. So last we checked, it was September.
Yeah.
And she was 33 weeks. So she still has not given birth at this point, right?
No.
So we've had the text up on the screen for like 6 years now. And it's from the Mistress. And it says, hey, I just heard back from Gianna. Who the fuck is that? We don't
Who's
know.
Gianna?
They're in for both of us for AC. Dance lady. I'm in trial right now, but I'll text you tomorrow about flights. And he said, oh, sweet. Yeah, that works. Just let me know, I guess. He needs to get better at acting.
Yeah, what is this?
So he sent me that text with her confirming that they were still able to go shoot at this club, and then he was sending them in to shoot at a festival in New York City because he messaged people and he was able to get in, but that wasn't a paid gig. This one that they were shooting together at the club was a paid gig. So he goes to New York to work, and he has to fly to get there, and he has to get a hotel. And I know that in this industry, like DJs, when you shoot for them, unless they're like a high-name DJ, very popular like Lesso, they don't have the budget to pay for all this. So I have my speculations, like who is paying for this hotel, these plane tickets. It just seems very interesting and odd to me. And I'm also upset that he is going because at this point in time, I'm 34, almost 35 weeks pregnant. But I'm like, whatever. I don't care about this man. So he goes, and I ask him when he lands, I'm like, are you and her sharing the same hotel room? Because, like I said, I know these DJs don't have the budget to pay for this kind of stuff, and he didn't have money to pay for a hotel room. And he goes, yeah, we're sharing the same hotel room. And I go, that's weird. Her husband is letting her stay in the same hotel room with another guy. And I was like, I'm going to message her husband. I just said that I was going to message him to see what he would say. And he was like, no, it's not like that. She's just very grateful that I'm able to get her into this festival, and she's starting out photography and all this stuff. I wasn't buying any of that. So I'm very close with my husband's dad. He asked me how I was doing, and I told him, like, oh, I'm not doing very well. Like, my husband is sharing the same hotel room with another girl. And so he lands from his flight, and I get a text message. When he lands back from New York, I get a text message from my husband saying this.
Oh, I can't wait. Okay. Yeah. What's up? You should go drop Banks off at your parents before I get there. What? Why? What did I do? What's going on? It's going to be ugly. Why? What did you do? Don't come here then. What? I'm pregnant. Oh, okay. Got it. Really making comments to my dad about, oh, okay. Okay, this is when he lands. Really making comments to my dad about me being up north and who I'm with. Why the fuck is my dad even talking about this right now?
Again, so
I will
he's
never
like,
understand that. Like, it's the
Yeah.
truth.
yeah,
If it's the truth and makes you uncomfortable, and like, deal with it.
you're getting called out for your shitty behavior.
Girl, I literally told Sepia Bride that today. We'll talk about it on Patreon. Which I didn't tell her like that. I was just saying, you know, we'll get into it. I didn't yell at her. It was very nice. She's very nice. And we have friends in common. She went to dinner with one of my bridesmaids.
Oh, I
I
love
got
that.
married like 10 years ago, Chelsea. Calm down. Yeah, I had no idea they were friends. I was like, what the and we have the same tattoo artist. I was like, what's going on here? I was like, girl, you got to call the Clout phone.
Yes.
So his dad picks him up from the airport and confronts him about being in the same hotel room with another girl. My husband flips out, texted me that, saying that I needed to drop our toddler off at my parents' house because things are about to get ugly between us. And at this point, I have no idea what this man is capable of, and I get really scared. But I end up calming him down, and he comes to the house. And when he comes to the house, he starts hysterically crying because he feels like he has no support from anybody and nobody understands what he's going through. And then he finally confesses that he is sleeping with this girl. We'll call her the Mistress, because that's who she is. He has been sleeping
Okay, wait, hold on. Them baby noises.
Yeah. It's always strapped to her. It's so cute.
Yeah, it's like, sir, it's a Wendy's. Why do you sound like a little truffle pig? Oh my God. Oh, I love it so much. Bean learned how to sniff. Like how to, when I say, do you want to smell it? Instead of just trying to, now he actually smells
I
things. and
love when they first
so
learn that, and it's like,
Yep.
like,
That's what he did.
so
Girl,
good.
when he snorted.
Yeah, it's so good.
Listen, the little mini bottle of Carolina Herrera Good Girl. Is that what it's called?
No
yeah,
idea.
the one that's shaped like a high heel,
Okay, yeah.
the perfume. And even the like not sample bottle, but even like the tiny one is like shaped like a high heel. And I like took off the heel part and I was like, oh, it smells very nice. You want to sniff it? And I go, and he goes,
Yeah.
and it goes, all the way. And he goes, ugh, yucky.
They're too much.
So it is. Yeah, I was like, give me two, buddy. God, he's just the fucking best, I swear to God. Okay.
He has been sleeping with this girl since the Orlando trip because they're both bonding over the fact that they're both going through divorces. And I do not believe that. So stay tuned for part 3.
They bonded over the fact that they're both going through divorces. Hey, buddy, you weren't going through one yet. Like,
Yeah.
are you living in the future? Cetus Lapidus, what's going on?
Cetus Lapidus.
I don't know. And weird, supersonic.
Right?
I hate
I'm
it.
so excited. We're getting into the nitty gritty.
Part 3 of finding out about my husband's affair. So we left off on the night of October 7th, where he confessed at my house that he's been sleeping with this married woman, and they are bonding over the fact that they're both are getting divorced. This started supposedly on the Orlando trip, which was the end of September. Now this is October 7th. So he leaves my house, and I immediately contact Samantha Farmer. Samantha Farmer is also married to David, and they both shot my wedding, and my husband works for them. So I immediately contact her because she was on the trip in Orlando, and I tell her what my husband told me, that he has been sleeping with this married woman and they both are getting divorced, and the whole story of what he told me. And she was like, that is not true at all. You need to find out the truth. So I text my husband immediately after that, and let me show you what he said.
Okay. We genuinely didn't want anyone to know in Orlando, Sarah. It wasn't supposed to happen that way. She was groping your inner thigh.
Your
Under
inner
a
thigh under a
table.
table, like, and you were that close. Like, it's pretty fucking obvious. You were wearing matching shoes.
Not only matching shoes, matching pandas. Tony and I don't even have it matching pandas
Neither
yet.
do
and
Brett
we've
and
been
I.
married
He
for 15
loves
years.
Jordans. It's all he wears.
Get it together. Has he seen Tony's shoe wall yet?
No, but it would probably turn him on.
Probably. I told Tony that Brent's really excited to like strap on GoPros and like pub hop with him. And Tony said, he goes, wait, Sherilyn already told him? And I said, yeah. He was like, he knew like a month before you did. And he goes, oh, he's excited. And I was like, yeah. And he goes, did he say, yeah, buddy? And I was like, probably. It's the best.
He
And I
did.
was
He
like,
just
"Listen,
found
that's all-"
the world's largest slide or something like that that they can go on. Just told me that like right before we filmed. He's very excited. He's been looking for activities for them, and he found like one of the largest slides that they get to sit on, like a little tube or something, and go down it. He's very adorable.
World's largest slide for you and him to go down in London. I don't know why it capitalized him in all caps.
Him.
So I don't know if that's like religious or like really aggressive, or like the band him, or like
Come on.
I'm scared. Okay, I have a question. So how would you, before I finish reading this, if you were the like boss, the boss wife, oh hello,
Khaleesi's coming to say hi.
that's so nice. Hello,
girl.
Khaleesi. Oh, my sun and stars. Oh,
Yeah.
the moon of my life.
Yeah.
Oh,
Shedding right
squash,
now.
look at
Getting ready for
her.
spring, man.
See a
Anyways.
little mini squash. Yeah. So how would you handle that? So I've been thinking about this the entire time. Like, how the you handle that if you were the like your employee, and like you know their wife, and you know they're pregnant, and you know they have a toddler, and like you see that discrepancy, some whatever that word, indiscretion, that words.
Yes, good
You
one.
see that happening in front of you. It's like what do you do?
I don't know, because I know that Sam, the other Sam, the female Sam, had like obviously a closer relationship with husband Sam, but still respects Sarah, the wife, like shot the wedding, knew them, and was uncomfortable. I think probably in her mind she was trying to figure out how to like process, and that it's gonna come out. I don't know when, and I don't know how. If it were me and knowing she's that pregnant, I don't know if I could be the one to say something. I would say to him, this made me so uncomfortable. You put me and my husband in the like most awful situation. If you don't tell her and give a deadline of like the end of the day,
Yes. Oh God. Yeah.
or whenever, I will. Because I wouldn't want to be the one to do it, but I would 100% if I would never let somebody not know.
So same. I would be like dropping hints about it kind of to the person. Like I would want to wait until the timing is like right, where I'm not just like springing it on them.
Yes. And
where
we
they
also
have
have
no
to remember
suspicion.
she's like due any day, right?
Exactly. Yes. Yeah. So I would be like, if I could, obviously wait until she's done being pregnant. But, and like, I mean, realistically though, too, like check on her like afterwards and stuff and like try to like gauge how she's feeling, obviously, too. Because you don't want to spring that on someone postpartum and then, hey, also, if you're, if you just had a baby or are going to or whatever, please, 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 as our Lord and Savior says, please, for the love of God, talk to your OBGYN. One of best friends was 8 weeks postpartum, and
Why?
it's crazy. And they have another one too. They
Wait,
have a
but like, was it health related or like unalived herself?
unalived herself. Yeah.
Oh my fucking goodness.
I say Jess, it was like a month or two ago. Yeah. And her mom told me about it because it's worse than Linda. If Linda and Lynn had a baby, looks wise, and does not shut the fuck up wise, like she shows up in my front yard and I'm like, Mary Lou, what are you doing here?
I love that her
And
name's
she's just
Mary
like,
Lou.
oh, you're planting just like your mom used to do. And I'm like, yes, Mary Lou. She's so funny. And then she's like, she just springs that on me. And I'm like, cool, conversation to have. Awesome. Love it.
Spilled. She was
And
the one.
we might have to have Mary Lou be a guest on the
Oh, Mary
podcast.
Lou.
She randomly stopped me in Megan's front yard as we were just like going by, like just walking by. And she stops me and just goes, here, tell my friend about what you do. And she's like, her Southern accent. She's like, Chelsea's she's on the internet. And just stops there. And I'm like,
It's the worst. I always love
I don't know what to
the
say.
moms, like my friends' moms who like are hardcore ride or die. It's like my most favorite thing. And every time I see them, it'll be like, I told like 5 people they're subscribed. I think they're subscribed. I'm like, I love you so much.
Listen, if Mary Lou is anything, she's a down ass bitch. All right. You know who else is a down ass bitch though? The wife's. How are we going to differentiate the boss? Because she is also the boss. Is their partner.
Boss Sam. Yes.
Boss Sam.
Sam boss.
She's fucking boss. Sam, we love you. Not the head. Okay, so we genuinely didn't want anyone to know in Orlando, Sarah. Yeah, clearly, because you were cheating. It wasn't supposed to happen that way. You're thinking too deep about it. It just happened. This wasn't something that was planned for months. Sounds like a
liar. For months. Yeah. I love how he said months. It's like, so it was planned for months.
Yeah. God. We're both in a weird spot in our lives and it just happened. Hey, guess what, buddy? You're going to continue to be in a weird spot. This is what happens when you let intrusive thoughts just go.
Oh, just wait until you figure out what happened when she tried to message girls that were reaching out to her. Just wait, because you guys don't even know yet. There's been urges. This man is the worst.
But you know what? Not good, but for the recovery process and for the closure, good. Does not sound like he was a good dad. Sounds like he was a dork and just the worst. Like, again, literally doesn't know what size diaper your kid wears. Doesn't know the schedule. Like, no. I hate it. Okay, so I don't know what you want me to say. You're trying to dig deeper, but there's nothing else. Sounds like there is. Then why do it in New York and act like a couple? Yeah. She speaks like you do. I don't know what you want me to say, Sarah. I hate when people use names to just like solidify, trying to make it a Goosebumps walk away when it is not a Goosebumps walk away.
Yeah. And even like I would try to put myself in those shoes and like know the pain of like him just being that cold and closed off and like saying Sarah, like I don't know their relationship, but you'd assume like, the pet name of it all and like babe or love or whatever. Like
Girl,
Sarah.
If Tony ever calls me Chelsea, I'm like, who is that? You talking to me? I don't know who that is, but put some respect on my name. It's babe.
Yeah.
Get it together. And then our queen, our mother says, you've had many opportunities to make it right and stop from making it worse. That is a Goosebumps walk away. But he did not walk away.
I was told from that trip that they were acting like a complete couple, holding hands, telling each other that they loved each other on this trip. Meanwhile, my husband was saying that it happened. That was the start of everything. So I had to find out for myself what was going on and what was happening. and I had to dig deep. But he also sent me a few other text messages, like this one.
Oh, God. Oh, I hate it. I'm working out, Sarah. Wait, should I read it like I have a tiny dick?
Yeah.
And a
do it.
unibrow? There's nothing wrong with
Yeah.
unibrows. You're sexy. Shut up. Also, if you have a tiny wiener, go off, king. But don't cheat and be an asshole. I feel like now I always have to be like, it's not about you.
Yeah. No, you do, though. It's fine, babe.
The Miss Incredible of it all. All right. I'm fucking working out, Sarah. I didn't ruin our family for a girl. This girl, she's not a girl. She's hopefully a woman. Didn't exist until after I ruined our family myself.
Oh, God.
I
Then the
keep wanting to
sympathy of
tell
it all,
myself,
right?
like,
the-
girl, I keep wanting to tell myself, like, hey, keep reading the text. Don't stop. But I can't because she didn't exist. Pretty sure she was born a long time ago, sir. Kan we see? What do you The sweet
she's out of
girl.
control.
She's so sweet. I know, but I cannot wait to
Yeah,
cuddle her. Oh
she's
my
a good
God.
girl. She's the
Ugh.
best.
God, I love her. Okay.
She really is a good girl.
Oh, I'm not fighting anymore. You can do everything that you just said. I'm done fighting. You just said that, you redundant asshole. I don't have the energy. Well, you sent about 7 more texts, so you did. I have nothing left to say. But yes, you do. You kept going. This is exhausting. This is like the dump I had in my DMs earlier this weekend.
Oh, yeah. I can't wait.
Uriel Brum butthole. I have nothing left to say. I'm broken. Got that right? We'll figure out the custody of the kids. The kids. The way... Chelsea, stop. That's mean. Chelsea, stop. That's illegal. You can't say that. None of this was planned, but it sounds like it was, sir. I didn't have...
Yeah, it definitely does.
Yeah, I didn't have any idea how my life was going to be after ending it with someone I spent more than a third of my life with. But they weren't ending it. They weren't divorced.
No.
And like,
And
you
he
were
wasn't
still
giving
having
indication.
sex
He was
with
still
her.
sleeping with her. Let's not forget about that.
I don't know what kind of monster you think I am, but that's not me. Well, everyone's entitled to their own opinion, including you. Bitch, do not. So I can't tell you how to think or feel, but just know whatever feeling you have about her being the reason I left is wrong.
You're a liar.
So all this man was doing was deny. So what I did, I decided to call the girl's husband because I knew she was married. And I was like, there's no way he knows. So I call him up. I tell him everything because he knows nothing. My husband separated with me on September 1st. His wife told him September 18th. I believe it was September 18th, something along those lines. But we pretty much figured out that they left their marriages for each other. And I had to prove it because all my husband was doing was denying it. But before I proved it, some of these were posted on social media. Here we go. So on October 8th, she shared my husband's post and said this at the bottom.
We'll simply never be over this and can't wait to do it again. And it's his post from, I don't know, something that he took a picture of. And it says, okay, so his Instagram's Sam After Dark without the E, you know, in case you want to look at his photography. We're not suggesting that you go do any brigading or leave reviews. Don't leave reviews because don't do brigading. That's
Yeah, no, don't do that because it goes to
No.
his boss, or like they weren't bosses, but you know what I mean.
Yes, yeah. Oh, yeah, no, don't do that because the owners of the company are queens and a king or an in between, dare I say. But yeah, in case you want to like go, you know, look at his photography. I bet it's really good. Anyway, so the caption says, we're effing partying in Central Park right now. Are you kidding? I don't know. And then there's a fish. I guess it's like, you know, something. There's a reference there. I don't know about it. So she's really excited and can't wait to do it again.
That was from their New York trip when they shot Fisher. So that post got me really spiraling and I was like, I need to figure this shit out. But 2 days later was my husband's birthday on October 10th and she posts this to social media.
Happy birthday to the goat. Girl, your husband looks like he has ex-husband. Looks like he has some stinky dick cheese. Looks like he's never cleaned his wiener hole.
To the goat.
To the goat? First of all, Kendrick Lamar's
You
the
want
goat.
to talk about a pick me? That's it. Right?
Y'all think
That's what that-
yeah, I was gonna call her Adrielle Woods. Ooh, yikes. Y'all think what's her name? Y'all think Avery Woods is a pick me? This girl's a pick me.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to the greatest of all time.
Goat.
What? The greatest photographer? Wrong. Here's a
Greatest
really good
cheater?
photographer. Insert any photographer who takes any pictures of like snow leopards. There you go. Not this dork. Oh yeah, I'm so cool. Yeah. I live my life a quarter mile at a time. Meh. I hate this guy.
She posted, "Happy birthday to the goat," and tagged him while he's still wearing his wedding ring. And this was on their little New York trip last week at the time. So that sent me.
As it should have. But also, like, with
So
this other
that
bitch,
sent me.
does she, like, do you not think that have we not learned anything from Khloe Kardashian? Have we not learned anything from Khloe Mother Kardashian? The way you get them is how you lose them. Okay?
Mhm.
Are you all caught up on Kardashians? Do you watch it? No? Are you, what's happening?
No, but I mean, I know the lore.
Girl, this last episode, well, 2 episodes ago,
Oh, was it with Lamar? I saw the clips.
the way have you watched it? No, but I saw clips on TikTok. Okay, Oscar and Trisha. I
I do have hope for them. I
was
was
boo-hoo.
tearing up on the
Oh,
clips.
oh, well,
yeah.
no, I did not have hope for him
Lammy.
because him for treating her like that.
Yeah.
Addiction's a bitch. I get it. I understand it. Bitch, I get it.
It's
But
better
like,
than Tristan though, like the groveling of this man of just like not even groveling, it's just like the acknowledgement of like that, yes, that addiction, like not only like up his life, like but like the love of his life, you know, like hurt her. And it's like he'll always know that like that's like what got away.
But not to that degree. Girl, see, out of context, bitches.
Oh,
You
okay.
got to watch the full episode because she goes off on him because she's like, like, what? How dare you? Like, it's crazy. I was crying. I'm not joking, not exaggerating. I was crying over the kitchen counter. You know, when you're a mom and you just have like 10 minutes to yourself to just lean over the kitchen counter for
And
that's
cry
it.
over Khloe Kardashian.
Yeah, or
and
scroll
Lamar
through,
Odom.
doom scroll through your phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was crying. Ugh. We need to listen to her podcast too. We need to like do a review of it because I want it to be good, but I don't think it's gonna be.
Yeah.
She
I mean,
she
again,
deserves the
don't
best.
know context. She does.
Yeah.
Okay.
They all do, except for
So
Kanye.
does this one.
Yeah. Yes, so does this gal. Her name's not Ben or Sarah, or Sam.
No, she's Sarah.
She is Sarah.
She's
knew
Sarah.
it.
She's not Ben.
Sam, this guy sucks ass.
So that post made me lose my and at this time, I am 35 weeks pregnant with our second child. So I decide to pull up the phone records. And the phone records show everything that I needed to know that he was having an affair on me since June. Stay tuned for part 4.
Okay, Risa Tisa with that cliffhanger. Calm down.
I know.
Oh
That's
my
what got me
God.
hooked.
Yeah. Oh, I hope Risa Tisa's doing good. I love her.
Oh, yeah. She didn't need to come back. That woman went viral, had all the deals. She's good.
Part 4 of finding out about my husband's affair. So we left off where I found the phone records, and that's when I found out he was having an affair since June 18th with this married woman. So we're still on October 10th, and this is my husband's birthday, and I just found all this out. But let's rewind back to the beginning of the day where I do some lurking, and I see on the Mistress's page that she has the same tattoo similar to where my husband has a wave tattoo. Let me show you my husband's tattoo. Okay, so this is my husband's tattoo that he's had for a very, very, very long time. Honestly, not the best looking tattoo there is. And now we have her lovely wave tattoo over here, which I was like, very, very interesting. But
Okay. Can I just say, listen, if your nails look like this, you're fine. Whatever. Your redemption is the fact that it cancels out if you listen to this podcast. Also change them right away. If you have square pink and white Frenches, pink and white French, bitch, those aren't even press-ons. Those are not Gel X. Them's acrylic. What year is it? 2006? What the f***'s going on?
98.
98.
Like,
Girl. Have you heard of Gel-X? Get it together. Look at my little nubs.
I know. I'm like, I took mine off.
Oh my
I
God.
gotta do
have
mine.
little baby nubs
tomorrow.
right now. Yeah, that's my second red flag other than all the other
And
ones.
to
I
find
hate it.
out, she got this tattoo in August when my husband and I were still together. But she was sleeping with the same man too, and she got a matching tattoo in the same spot that he has one. All right, everyone, let's buckle up because things are about to get crazy. So here are also some crazy texts my husband sent me in the beginning of the day as well. So he texted me this because the TikTok world is gonna come for me, but I slept with my husband on October 9th, and he was scared that I was gonna tell his mistress and I was gonna ruin everything. So here are the texts.
Girl, you think, oh, this, you know what? This is so spicy and so good. I'm so proud of you. Listen, I hate this for her.
I told you.
And I want to support her so much. All
we
of
love
the
you.
much.
Whatever we can do.
You know, God, a mistress topic is good when it makes me want a Totino's party pizza. You guys know what I'm talking about. Also, I got about 47 boxes of Kraft for you. So I think
I want to try it.
I also have like the packets of it, like just like the cheese packet and like for some reason we just got like a big box of like just it's like the noodle packet and then like the cheese packet that's like pushed together and like that's it. It's weird. I don't know. But I told Tony, I was like, oh my God, should we bring these to London? And he's like,
Yeah, we should.
Yeah. Okay. So he sent this to her and said, maybe if I just wasn't here any.
Yeah, I can't. I literally can't.
I'm going to get canceled if I say what I want to say off of that, just one sentence. So Kaya, turn off my mic. If I was in her, like, girl, if I was in her shoes,
No,
like,
I would have too at that point.
Girl.
But she didn't figure out what the phone records did. She had suspicion.
I'm sorry, my mic's back on. Sorry, my mic got unplugged for a second. Dear God. All right. So she said, don't ever say that. I just can't anymore, but I'm not going to ruin it. Don't worry. He said, you are going to. I know you are, but I seriously can't make a person happy. Hey, no one's forcing you to do any of these things or act like this. Like you
just
did all.
Be honest.
Babe, you acted with your dick. That's what you did.
Literally, yes.
Yeah. In our 15 years, have I thought like, oh, they look good? Have I maybe gotten attention from someone at like a workplace or something? And also had to be like, hey, I'm married. Like, stop. What are you doing? Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Oh, I had I've had some of the nicest work husbands. They had also met my husband multiple times. And even one time Tony was like, he's in love with you. And I was like, well, it happens.
But you have that open conversation. It's like we said in the last episode too, to like think like just because you're married that like all of a sudden that turns your spouse like off of like there's a switch of them never being attracted to the opposite sex again or vice versa. Like that's not what happens. It's how you approach and deal with the situation and be like flattered but married.
How many times do I have to say it? I would pay at least $5,000 for Joe Santagato to let me lightly choke him. You see how I had to switch it up because I know I'd be the aggressor, not the aggressor. That sounds illegal. That I would be the top with him. That also, like, I can't be doing that all the time. For him, yeah, I feel like it'd be a letdown for me. No offense and no disrespect to his girlfriend, Nicole. You're very beautiful and nice, and I love you and him. However, I would pay like $5,000 to choke him because he's so hot. It's also just personality, too. Like, he's mid, but, like, personalities.
He's mid, but
I don't know, just like, you know what I just thought? Like, but is he only really funny when Frankie's there? So like, would I have to also have Frankie like in the corner just cracking jokes? What experience am I paying for here?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I'm not here. Anyways.
Before y'all come for me, yes, I slept with him. Yes, I was 35 weeks pregnant. I just still wanted the man that I loved for 9 years to love me too. And I would have done anything to not have a broken family. But let's go back now to
That
me
literally
confronting my
breaks
husband and
heart.
Oh my God, that's so fucking sad. Girl, I just no, stop. I can't. I might cry. I can't because I have my big lashes on and not my tiny ones, but like, oh my God, that's
Yeah.
so fucking sad.
But it's honest and real.
It is, absolutely, yeah. And I applaud her for that. That's so hard. That's so amazing. But also, like, there's like it sucks, but this can be a very common thing. Like, there are
Yes.
husbands, unfortunately, or spouses who step out when you're either, bitch, realistically, by the time she got pregnant again, she was still postpartum. But you're still postpartum for like a year and a half after, okay?
Yeah.
So it's just, that sucks. Also, though, like, I get you've been together for like so long, but isn't him being like not a good co-parent and like overall a shitty dad, like, doesn't that turn you off so much?
I think in her mind, when you've got the blinders on, like, you think that they are a good partner, right? Like, because she's thinking up until he drops this bomb, like, everything's fine. And then all of a sudden it's like he just like dropped all the responsibilities. So before that, like, she's seeing him every day, like interacting with their child, having this plan of their future that they,
Yeah.
designed for themselves, thinking. And then if he's saying like, I'm off right now, I'm depressed, I'm whatever, you're still holding on to like getting through that hurdle.
Yeah.
You just want that person back, right?
Yeah. No, I see that. And being, I guess, yeah, I mean, being blinded, you can definitely be blinded when you've been in a relationship that long.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she's just kind of like holding on to, and I think in any relationship, even if it's like short or not, and you have like one good day but like 10 bad days, usually when it's over you're like, oh, that one good day was like so good, you know what I mean? Like you just kind of like replay the good more than the bad in those situations where it's just like best to like leave.
Yeah, but then, and it sucks, obviously, like, she's extremely pregnant. Like, when she was like, yeah, I'm 33 weeks pregnant, I'm having sex, I'm like,
Yeah, she's got to have birth.
how are you that pregnant and having sex? I mean, don't get me wrong, we definitely tried, but I was just like, okay, I'm gonna lay like this. But this bitch, I could not do any position. Everything was uncomfortable. Almost everything hurt. And I was just like,
Yeah.
get it out of me.
Well, and then that just makes you think even more of that desperation of like holding on to the relationship, and like maybe in her mind thinking of like connecting again, and maybe this will remind him of how great we can be together, or what, you know what I mean?
That's
Like,
so sad.
and
Well,
the
yeah,
fact that she said that,
yeah.
that makes me like, she basically no less words said that.
I hate that so much. That's so sad. And also, like, how you just said the 1 out of 10 bad days. One thing I've always said, and even something I said to one of our best friends, he had like this weird long relationship with his significant other, but they like weren't progressing. And I was like, so you two have been together for 10 years. You're both like set in your careers. You both do want kids. You both do want a future. But do you want it together? And Tony even was like, I don't think they do. And I was like, okay, well, I'm going to help move it along because I'm tired of this. Like, I need both, like, for your, like, both of y'all's sake, which, hey, whatever. But I even said to him one night, I was like, hey, like, when you see yourself in 10 years, you have 1 kid, 2 kids, or no kids, but you want kids. So 2 kids, in front of the Christmas tree. And you turn and look at your partner because you're like so excited seeing your, 5-year-old open their presents. You turn to your right. Who's sitting next to you? Is it that person? And he was like, no, it's not. I was like, exactly. I was like, let me ask you a second question. My bitches know, would you rather fight with them than make love with anyone else? And he's like, no. I was like, okay, what are we doing? Like, what's going on? So listen, ask yourself those questions. Also, I'm not legally liable for any decision you make.
No, of course, but those are good questions to ask. And I think, yeah, I mean, we have friends that are going through something similar right now, and it's the same thing. It's like, you love them both, but want the best for them, but know that, like, I don't want to say too much without giving anything away, like, if, for them, but like, where I'm like, this is not the way it should be.
No, but then also it's like, I told a friend one time, she broke up with someone and I was like, listen, girl, like if you keep going back, you're going to keep getting one, abused. Two, the cycle's never going to end. Like you two are going to be screaming at each other and he's going to be abusive to the rest of the time. Like he's never going to change. You can't change him. It's like, but if you break up with him, because it was the situation of like, it's easier to go back, which I love that this girl is not doing that. But I was like, girl, within a year, I was like, a year from now, you could be engaged to like a MLB player. Like, let's go. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And then within a year, she was pregnant in a very, very successful relationship. Like they are amazing for each other. He worships her. Like, and he also calls her out on her shit. Like they're amazing. Anyways, so I forgot what I was saying, but
So do I.
the point is that I need to put this in my ear correctly. However, I got snacks on our little break that we just took. Sorry. If I didn't finish my thought, but yeah, I mean, it's so sad and like, I don't know, it's just so hard. But also I think that it just adds to like her being such like a badass, you know?
Yeah.
And doing what's best for not only her, but for her family too. Okay, we're still in the middle of number 4.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
And tell him every single time that I realize that he cheated on me, he loses his shit and he decides to hang up on me and pull up my phone records and realizes that I was talking to the mistress's husband. So he says he's going to come to the house and get the rest of his shit because he never wants to see me again.
Good.
And I tell him that there's something at the house, you don't need to come here. And he's like, no, I'm coming here. So I was worried about the well-being of me, my child, and my unborn baby. So I locked all the doors, and when he got there, I didn't let him in the house. He got really mad and said some things that I cannot say on the internet or this will get taken down again. But I've got him to come back and to come in the house while me and my toddler were safely in my car out of harm's way, just in case he was going to lose his shit or anything like that, because I did not trust the man. So I let him come in the house, and then not even a minute later, he comes out and he puts his keys on the car, says some things that I cannot say on the internet because this video will get taken down, put his keys on the car and walks out of the neighborhood. I start freaking out and I call 911. Long story short, so this video doesn't get taken down, he gets Baker acted. I'm like, okay, he's gonna finally get the help that he needs and everything's gonna be okay. Later that night, I put my toddler to sleep, and then next thing you know, I get a call from no other than the mistress herself. Stay tuned for part 5.
Listen, no disrespect to Risa Tisa, our Lord and Savior, but Risa Tisa who? Like, she's cliffhangers. Also, though,
The cliffhanger.
do you know what Baker acted means?
Yeah.
So, for those who don't know, so Baker acted is when obviously it means something different, probably other places too, but here at least, it means that there's 2, technically just 2 qualifiers. So there's like an inkling of like a mental health crisis going on.
Yeah.
And then also that you are a harm to yourself or someone else.
Or others, yeah.
So, yikes.
Yeah, that gives us an indication, which is wild when you think about it was because like this meltdown freak out production was because he found out that she had communicated with the husband. You know, because it's like, it's the panic.
With the mistress.
With the mistress's husband.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
yes,
falling apart because now she's going to find out even more, and that no, the narrative does not line up, that it wasn't in September, that, you know, and then he's going to know too. So he's losing it and then threatening that because he doesn't want to just admit what the he did.
But also, if you're both going through a divorce, then who the cares who finds out what? Like,
exactly,
you know, like you're both getting divorced.
He knew the truth was going to come out.
Yeah, because it sounds like she isn't, like, things aren't finalized with her husband, or maybe they aren't actually getting divorced.
Well, she knows Sarah knows for sure that their interactions were in June or July.
I hate it here. I actually love it here, but, you know, here I don't. Let's continue. Oh, sweet baby. What's that baby got mittens on? No, it doesn't look like it. Chelsea, stop it. You can't. Chelsea, you can't.
You can.
Part 5 of finding out about my husband's affair. I have to give the people what they want even when I just woke up and have a sleeping baby. So we left off where the mistress, my husband gets Baker acted, and the mistress calls me. So she calls me up and she tells me that my husband gave her my number to inform where he is. And I was like, oh, I know exactly where he is. The cops were at my house on the one that he got Baker acted. I'm not worried about him. Not worried about him at all. And she's like, we need to get him out of there. It's a horrible place. He doesn't need to be there. He's not depressed. Was never gonna do what he said he was gonna do. And I was like, no, you don't know him. I've been with him for 9 years. And I told her off. I didn't yell at her, but I told her off for about an hour straight and told her a lot of things about him that she had no idea.
The audacity of being
nerve
like,
and audacity. We need to get her out, girl.
We aren't a team, babe. We're not
This
a team.
isn't fucking Sister Wives. Like, Cody didn't fucking recruit you guys. What the
Ugh.
Also,
Ugh.
yeah.
Ugh. Almost as bad as the knee pad Nexium guy. Ugh. Sarah, I'm sorry. We love you.
And that's when I was like, and you have no idea, he's still sleeping with me. And she goes, when was the last time you guys slept together? And I go, yesterday. So it was about a 2-hour long conversation. And honestly, like, I was really nice to her because I know how shitty my husband is and manipulative, and I didn't blame her at all. But come to find out, this girl is crazy, but you know. So I didn't blame her at all, and we had a good 2-hour long conversation. And she was still staying in contact with my husband while he was in the mental institute. She was on the phone with him the majority of the time, which I had no idea that was allowed. And I wish that wasn't allowed because he actually needed help in there. But she was in contact with him most of the time. I wasn't in contact with him at all until he ended up calling me the next day because he had to put my house address and my contact info to get him out of there because I was his wife. So the next day he had an evaluation and he was able to get out of the mental hospital. But here are some text messages from the mistress herself that she sent me.
Listen, you're all going to cancel me for drinking the unwell drink. Oh my God, Chelsea, you're such a pick-me.
Is it good?
It's like Avery Woods. Yeah, I do like that it says, it's not like an everyday drink. But where does it say it? It says somewhere like, best enjoyed unwell. Because it's like are you hungover? Great, drink this.
Oh, good. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
We'll bring those to London.
It's like a hungover Gatorade. Oh my God. Can you imagine having a night out with Robert and James?
Oh, it's happening.
I know it's
need
happening,
those.
but like, also we are so short and they are so tall.
I love it. I love it.
I'm so scared. Okay, so this is the mistress texting her, the wife,
Yep.
and saying, I don't know what will happen between us after this, but I can definitely promise you I am making all of that damn clear before I go anywhere either way.
She calls her Banana, so we're going to call her Banana because I don't know what they're going to do because they are going crazy and trying to come for people now that she's talking about everything.
Babe, come for me.
True.
I am unwell. I have a psychotic Brazilian coming for me right now who's like probably going to try to catfish as my dog. I ain't scared of these nobodies. Have you seen me? Have you heard of me? Nice try. Let's go.
Carry on.
Dracarys. Burn it to the ground.
Dracarys.
I am the queen of ashes. Let's go. All right. Anyways, yeah. So, hey, girly pop, that text doesn't make any sense. I know it's my fault too. Duh. And
I literally just poured the entire drink down my hood.
not only did you miss your mouth, you missed your whole head. What happened?
It's
Are
everywhere.
you okay? You got wet titties, don't you?
I was going to ask for another one from Big Eye, but I don't think I need it.
Well, now you do because that one's empty. On a good
Makeup's
influence.
probably gone all my chin. Sorry, babe. Carry on.
Listen, it's okay.
I just want to know
Listen,
what that looked like.
Actually, can we run it back? Let's, Sherilyn, look at the screen.
I
Let's
can't.
look at this instant replay of, yeah, that's not good. That's graceful. That was graceful. Okay.
Carry on.
As one does. Okay. I know it's my fault too, and I'm sorry. Neither of us anticipated or intended for this to turn into what it did. He still really needs to leave his place, though. If he does need help, these inpatient places are just not where he's going to get it. He's going crazy sitting there.
He's going to get it from you, babe. That's where he's going to get it. Like, stop.
Yeah. Still hasn't spoken to anybody.
So she said this about my husband to me because she was texting me and in contact with me while he was in the mental institute as well.
The nerve.
So he talks himself out of getting Baker acted for less than 24 hours. So the next morning, I have to pick him up. The doctors do call me.
That's very rare. For less than 24 hours?
Yeah.
Interesting.
And they're like, oh, he doesn't want to do what he said he was going to do to himself. He's just dealing with extreme guilt and remorse for what he has done. And I was like,
Yeah, listen, that's some bullshit. So I have been trying to finish these 2 limited series on Netflix for probably about 2 weeks now. And I just keep falling asleep.
What?
Keep falling asleep.
Which one?
And it's really offensive. There are 2 that are in, I was going to say the London area. I don't know what area it is. It's the UK. And one is called Fool Me Once. And it is so good. So good. Oh my God. And then this other one is called Stay Close. And I will have a link down below. I've been really good about remembering to like, not link them, but like share them of like what we like. I'll put like your homework.
I want to put it on because I'll have to, we don't have the same Netflix. So I got to remember to transfer over my VPN.
So good.
Perfect.
Oh my God, is this an Aura ad read where we switch over a VPN? So in the Fool Me Once one, someone unalives themselves and they were saying like someone doesn't unalive themselves for, and then they said like some emotion and they were like guilt. That's what you unalive yourself about. Like that's what you do. And that right there, like the fact that that's why it just reminded me of that. But how she was just like, yeah, you know, he isn't going to do that. He's just like feeling like extreme remorse and guilt. It's like, yeah, baby girl, those are 2 reasons why you do that thing.
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking?
And again, the audacity.
See, I don't know where they are, but I don't like that they said like, oh, you know, he's just, you know, he's not going to do it.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. When does the wife get punched in the face? Or the mistress, I mean. Okay, we were on part 6, ready?
Yeah.
Part 6 of finding out about my husband's affair. So I left off that I was having contractions and going into labor. I do have a full birth story on TikTok if you want to see all the details. I'm going to try to speed through this part. So I decide a week prior that my husband is not going to be allowed at the birth. So these are some text messages between him and I.
Hell yeah, girl. You had an affair while I was pregnant. You left me while I was 30 weeks pregnant. You have a whole ass girlfriend while I am 37 weeks pregnant. What gives you the right to be there? I completely agree. And you can say all day long, well, that's his kid. Well, guess what? He left that kid and he left the toddler to go have an affair with some dumb bitch who had a Harry Potter themed wedding. Ugh. Bitch, I bet she's a Ravenclaw. Only nerds are Ravenclaws. It's fine if you're a Hufflepuff. I'm a Hufflepuff.
I want to figure out what I am.
We'll figure it out in London. Oh my God, should we go to King's Cross?
We can go to the train. I've done that because Brett and I are gonna probably go to Ireland like for a couple days after like we're done, and so that train station has the one that you take has the 9 3/4.
What are you doing? Why are you going to other countries without me?
Well, you can come too, but I just didn't know how long you guys wanted to be away from Bean.
First of all,
you guys would love Dublin. I'm telling you right now, it is the greatest place in the entire world.
oh, listen, babe, I'll go to Dublin for 3 days. I'll do it.
It is unbelievable.
Let's do it.
Yeah. So that's where they have it.
Yeah, I'm down. Okay, perfect. Do you know anyone in Dublin or in Ireland? Adam McIntyre?
Yeah, I do actually. Clodagh, my girl, she's a true crime gal and she's out there, so I'll let her know. She's like, you let me know next time. I'm like, babe, I will. We also have like a really good tattoo guy out there. He's the one who did like this amazing fine line that after all of these years is like still like perfection. So we got it there because we went to London, Scotland, Dublin, and then Belfast. So he like put the tattoos of like that trip for us on there.
I
So
love
good.
that.
Yeah.
I can't wait for the Here for the Clout World Tour. Okay.
Yeah.
So he said, this is my... I mean, does she like move? She doesn't move the okay, I can't even read that first sentence. This
Yeah.
is my whatever else in this world that will make it feel remotely as important as I will. Without me, it will feel hollow and empty, and you'll regret every second of not having me there.
The manipulation.
Hey, guess what? You absolute dick cheese having mother. No, she won't. Because you're disgusting. And you're a horrible human. And you are so manipulative. And I hope you fall into a well and never get out. For legal
Jack and
purposes,
Jill?
that is not a joke.
I was gonna-
Ugh. I poured my drink into my wine glass. Okay, so have fun with it, though. I will, because you're not going to be there. Have fun with it, though. I'm sure your mom will be super chill and not anxious or annoy or nag the nurses or anything.
Oh my God.
Hope that's a better
What a piece of garbage.
hope that's a better experience in your mind. Again, it probably was. Done talking about this. You officially made up your mind tonight. Yeah. Yeah, she did. Yet you kept talking. I hate him.
Mm-hmm.
I hate him so much.
Why would I want this man at my birth who has done nothing but cause harm, stress, pain, crying my eyes out every morning? Why would I want him at the birth?
Uh-huh.
So I bring my toddler to my parents' house and he goes home and I go to the hospital with my mother. And when I get to the hospital on October 26th, I am already 7 centimeters dilated and I'm hardly in any pain at all. So I get admitted and things are progressing slowly. So throughout the night, nothing progresses. And then it's 8:15 the next morning on October 27th. And I decide, okay, things are taking a little longer than expected. Maybe my husband can be here for the birth. Let me call in and inform him like what's going on. So I call him at 8:15. He does not answer. I call him again 3 more times between the next hour. 2 more times between the next hour. 3 times total. And he does not answer the phone. At this point,
No. Then you're done. Like, think about it. I'm so mad.
Yeah.
Like, why else would this person be calling you? Why else would you be receiving a call from her number?
Mm-hmm. Because he doesn't know. He doesn't know that she didn't deliver.
Exactly. He doesn't know that it went well. He doesn't know that it went horribly. He didn't know that, hey, maybe
Yeah.
she passed away. Maybe the baby passed away. Maybe like it's a critical situation and they want you as the other half of this human being that's coming into the world to know about it. Like, you just don't give a shit about your kid. Even the thing is, like, even if he was like, okay, you don't want me there, a good human, a good man, a good ex-spouse, a good father would have been like, okay, I'm going to be in the waiting room just in case.
Yeah.
Just in case anything happens.
Yeah.
This is Sherilyn's like
I
6th
agree.
time going through this. It's only my first. I'm
I
really
agree.
sorry.
We have like hormones like galore, emotions galore, nerves galore right when you're about to like stress before you're going to give birth, right? So even if she was like processing everything, which again, like this was insane for her to process because up until this point, she's been lied to. Yes, she had an inkling. And he's trying to say, oh, it was like after I already like moved out. That's not the case. So she knows like all the back end. Then this broad is reaching out to her about like trying to get him out, like being like, we have to, like the audacity of that. Of course, I would have done the same thing, the exact same thing. And then, yeah, I probably could have done the same thing that she did as well of being like, okay, it's not happening today. I'm going to let you know, like, I've had a minute to process here. Maybe you should be here. Again, she's like far kinder than I would have been. But yeah, for him to not answer. And it's because we're not gonna, or I don't know if she'll talk about it right now, but I do have like a video. We won't like watch it here. We can put the clip up. But once the mistress found out that she was in labor, quickly books a flight to get there to like keep him from going. Like didn't want him at the birth or anything like that. So that's why he's not answering, because she quickly flew when she knew, like being like, oh, you don't need to be at this moment of like the intimidation probably of being like, are they gonna get back together like after they see like this family that they've expanded on together. So that's why he wasn't answering, because she was there. Yeah, it's terrible.
And I'm like, what the fuck? This guy does not care about me. He knows that I'm in labor. It's not that early in the morning. Why is he not answering his phone? He finally gets in contact with me, and I'm like, hey, my midwife just broke my water. Like, he's about to be here. I'll text you and let you know when you can come. So my midwife breaks my water. My perfect, beautiful baby boy is born. He was 7 pounds, 4 ounces, born at 11:54 a.m. I gave him my last name, not my husband's last name. And I texted my husband a picture of the baby, and then he showed up at the hospital.
If you are not married, do not give your kid that last name. You might think a different opinion, and that is okay with me. But that is my opinion. Do not give that kid someone else's last name.
It's hard, yeah, because I've only heard horror stories. I'm thankful that, like, with my eldest daughter's dad, like, I mean, her dad and I were together at that point, but we weren't married, and we were so young, we got pregnant so fast, but I still was like, I had like my aunt and stuff being like, I don't think you should, and I was like, the goal is to like be together. Yes, we didn't plan everything this fast, and then after we weren't, thank God, like he's a saint and we love him so much. He never made anything difficult, but anything that we did have to do, he had to agree with, right? So like if I wanted to take her somewhere, he needed to sign in front of a notary, all of the things. I don't regret it, but I do know other situations with some of my friends who have not been as fortunate to have like a really good supportive co-parent and friend to, you know, like make things easy. Like they've made their lives hell, and part of it was because of the last name.
Yeah, there is. Yeah. Oh God, it sucks. And listen, if the other, and I feel weird even saying this, but it's like whoever the primary parent is, if you're not like together, which if you're not even in a relationship, it's rare that the primary parent is going to be the dad. Like that's super rare, I feel like.
Yeah, it's rare.
Then okay, that's obviously not a one-off case, but a slim case there. But yeah, don't do that. But why do they deserve that? No.
Yeah, and that's the thing, is like he didn't deserve that. So like, yeah, good for her for being like. Yeah,
and I feel like she knows how big of a deal that is, because unfortunately, a lot of people don't do that. It's like, oh, it's, you know, what other last name would he have? Yours. Give him your last name. You're the one doing it.
Yeah.
Why are you changing your kid's last name to his last name? You're not changing your last name to his last name? No, girl. Keep it the same. Okay.
He shows up at the hospital, everything's fine, but I do find out while I'm there that his mistress girlfriend drove back 4 hours from where she was that night to go spend the night with him because she knew I was in labor and she was freaking out. This is what my husband told me. At this point, I could care less. He said she was getting on a flight back home, whatever. I was just enjoying my newborn and trying to enjoy what I can of this whole birth and postpartum experience. So everything's fine. He is mostly just texting her, but he is helping me out, and he is texting her a lot in the hospital, and she can't understand why he has to stay the night with me. I mean, she has no kids, so at that point I'm just like, what women would say that? Like, are you kidding me? And she also had the nerve to say what my husband told me, that she sent a DM to him on Instagram of this DJ Fisher, and he likes to bring out his
his niece or something out on the stage, and she was like, she wanted that to be them one day, and she wanted to have his babies. This is what the man told me. I was like, oh, nice. Like, is he trying to destroy me even more than I'm already destroyed?
What the fuck is
Anyways,
wrong
we
with
go
him?
home with our perfect baby boy. He does not spend the first night home with me, with my newborn and toddler. He leaves. He cries about it, and I'm like, these are all your choices. You can stay, and no one is forcing you to leave. He leaves, and basically that is when I start posting my TikToks, because this is how I choose to grieve, and I start posting TikToks. And so that is what we fight about for the next week. And he ends up quitting his salary job because they found my TikToks, and he couldn't face reality and own up to what he did. So he quits his salary job, and I had enough. The first week, he barely decided that he wanted to show up with his newborn baby and help me out. And at this point, like, I'm losing my goddamn mind. So I decide to text the mistress's mom and just tell her, like, what's going on and what's up. And it wasn't a mean text, just needed to inform her what her daughter is doing. So I text her, and my husband...
Girl, how'd you get the mistress's mom's phone number?
I have questions.
Like, girl, we're missing a not even just a chapter, a volume of the story here.
Yeah.
That makes no sense. Okay, go off, I guess. I love it.
Is at my house this day, and she is confronted by her mom about the text, and she ends up calling me and tells me to go stay the f*** away from her family. And I have her on speaker, and my husband is just looking at me like, smiling. I'm like, what the fuck? And basically she tries breaking out with him and tells him that I'm a psychopath and this is never going to work out and all this stuff. So my husband leaves my house because he needs to try to save this relationship and talk to her on the phone and do God knows what to save it. So when he leaves the house, I get a call from the mistress herself again. And I was like, oh, this is what I'm going to tell her. So I told her that her man, my husband, is still sleeping with me, and he's the reason why I was put into labor. She hangs up on me, and she's like, okay. She hangs up on me and calls my husband back and wants to know all the details from him. My husband is freaking out and wants to save his relationship with her, so he books a flight to go see her. And the next day, while I'm 1 week postpartum, he flies his little ass to go see her and posts photos of them together on his Instagram story because he wants to save the relationship, and he posted them. And that's when I made a TikTok. I made a TikTok about that post, so you can go see it. So he goes and saves his relationship. They have a great weekend. I'm 1 week postpartum. They have a great weekend. He goes to an NFL game. Like, he's just living the life. Like, this girl's paying for everything. He pays for nothing. At this point, he quit his job. He has no money. He doesn't give us any money. Here are some text messages about the money situation.
Girl, you got no reason to keep him around. Like, I don't, like, you're beautiful.
Oh, no.
You could get, like, his dick ain't that good. With how he's acting, it really cannot be that good.
No.
No, girl. Okay, that was the lowest effing thing you've ever effing said. I should just, quote, have more money? What? Pull it out of my effing ass? I'm losing my effing mind. Because I'm broke and I don't eat, and you're telling me I'm not working hard enough. Oh my God, shut up. Like, this is so unattractive. Not even like the being broke part, but like, this is all your own fault. Like, you'd be fine if you would have just kept your in your pants. Yeah. So effing insensitive Sarah. Don't talk to my queen Sarah like that. Yeah, you yelling at me about money is saying it all goes to me really just changing everything. Yeah, because, sir, you don't have money, so it's not going to her. I wasn't yelling at you about money. I wasn't asking you to acknowledge that I still at least support our family in that way. That's all I asked, because I truly am busting my ass for you guys here and always will. But, like, you're not, because you quit your job. So,
And she provides for you. I can't.
I'm assuming y'all don't have health insurance now, sir.
This man wanted me to be appreciative of the hard work that he was doing before he quit his job. Those mistresses were like a couple weeks before he quit his job. And I needed to be appreciative of what he was doing for us. Now let's fast forward to December. Basically, we're arguing about when he's going to see the kids. He's only showing up when he wants to be a father. He's telling me to always take down TikToks, does not agree with my TikToks, hates them, is mad about them, says I'm a liar. I have people confronting me, coming to me, saying that he told them I cheated on him first, which is crazy. So that's when...
Well,
30 weeks pregnant.
Yeah, what kind of kink? Oh, she got paid for it, because what? The fuck? This man. Girl, take him to court.
I hope she is.
I hope so. And I bet he would try to be a squad and be like, oh, well, part of our agreement is that, like, you don't talk about it on TikTok.
There's no agreement. She's like, no, I'm not taking this off.
Yeah, good. Because also it's like, so I don't have freedom of speech? Like, I'm not saying anything wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, garbage human beings.
I slowly become more crazier as you see my TikToks progress, and I post that my husband posted his mistress while I was 1 week postpartum on his Instagram story, and his mistress lost her goddamn mind and called my mom and made me take the post down, but it's now back up, which the post is there. And then I make another post about her harassing me, and next thing you know, on January 1st, the cops show up at my door. All right. Part 7 is going to be the last part.
How dare you leave me on a cliffhanger? What, is this like a Janet caffeinated kitty situation?
This is the last part of that, and then we're almost done, but it gets better.
I just want to make it clear that I seem happy and I'm smiling at these videos because that's how I deal with the trauma and how crazy and bad the whole story really is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now we left off. This is January 1st, and I get a call from the cops because my husband and his mistress girlfriend called the cops on me because of my video and said that I am harassing them, making fake numbers, posting their information with fake accounts on my profile, and having people go after them. So they call the cops on me, and the cops come to my house, and all they do is take my side of the story. He doesn't even want to see my videos, but I show him my TikTok, and he's like, okay, this is just a problem between you and your husband. Like, you guys have to take that out on each other. So he realizes that nothing can be done about my TikToks. So here are some text messages between it.
Your mom needs to unblock me in case of emergency if she's watching the kids. Why don't you watch the kids? Ooh, Chelsea, stop.
No, I liked it.
Oh, Lord. Overwhelmed toddler mom coming in hot. Or overstimulated, I mean. Anyways, in case of emergency, blah, blah, blah. So that isn't going to work. And I mean, take all the TikToks down, Sarah. And yeah, shut up. You lost the privilege of saying her name.
Her name.
What do these people look like? I need to make fun of them physically.
We are gonna see.
I need, in a biblical sense. Oh, that makes it sound like I want to have sex with them. I need to. Y'all want to be harassed? I'll harass you. I'm just kidding. We're not harassing people. I'm just going to rip them to shreds. Because they deserve it. I bet they got snaggle teeth and gross belly button lint and gross dick cheese. What color is the back of their ears? Yellow?
For sure.
White people shit. I can't. Okay, so we have mutual friends that watch your videos. It's literally your own actions, you dumb goddamn hillbilly. I could tell by his jeans he's a hillbilly. Anyways, I'm allowed to say that. I'm white. I have clients reaching out to me after being harassed by people coming from your videos. Hey, guess what? That wouldn't make sense, you idiot. Why would people come to her defense and instead of going to you, and calling you out for your actions, why would they go to your clients who have nothing to do with anything? Oh, they wouldn't, because you don't know what you're talking about and you're living in a delusion. You absolute greasy haired, scraggly ass goblin. Tell them. Okay, I don't need to watch your videos to know what they are or if they're still there. Hey, yeah, you do. I don't need to see that to know what it's about or if it exists. Yes, you do. Samthy. What's his name? Ben?
Yeah, Sam.
Sam. Okay.
Because I call him Ben, and now we all think his name is Ben.
He seems more like a Ben. Okay, I'm sorry your clients found out the truth. Please. Oh, God. Please oh my God. Please let's only talk about what's best for our boys. You don't know how to do that. You never have and never will. Every single video needs to come down. That's what's best for our boys. What's best for your boys is you not being an idiot and you not cheating on your wife and you actually, I don't know, being a present father maybe. Ben, no. Sam, tell him, Sherilyn. Our family being publicly blasted on the internet is not in our kids' best interest.
Should have thought about that, buddy.
Only in
We
your
live
own.
in a day and age when women can put your ass on blast.
Hey,
That's
it's not,
like,
but babe, little boy pop. It's not your family publicly being blasted. It's you.
it's you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So until you learn that, you won't have their best interest in mind. Stop texting me. Shut up, Ben. Sam. Shut up.
I have all of his accounts and his mistress accounts locked on my TikTok, and they have burner accounts to stop my videos, and they read the comments more than I do. But yeah, I'm not the one making fake accounts, they are. Here's some more text of him demanding me take the TikToks down. Also, still claiming that he's gonna call the cops on me again.
Jesus. She said, how are the boys? Girl, why you don't have a court agreement. You don't have to let him see them. You're not required to do that. He's a shitty father. Keep your kids. I mean, for your own sanity, I guess, but also seems like it's making it worse. He said, I have all the proof I need to prove you've been a part of helping people harass us. Take the TikToks down, Sarah. Where's the punctuation at least? Should I give the cops your address or your mom's address? For what?
They already have it.
Yeah,
sir.
babe, they got it.
Exactly for what? They're good.
Can you imagine calling and just being like, she's posting about me on TikTok? Grow up, you dumb. You know what? Thank God, Sarah, this was the best thing that could have happened to you.
Agreed.
The best thing. This man, I hope that it was good because it's sure as not worth it.
So now it's January 2nd, and my husband finally files for divorce. I've been waiting for him to file for divorce this whole entire time. My family currently supports me and our kids, and he kept saying that he was going to file for divorce, and he had no money, so I was waiting for him to pay the $500 to file, and he told me his mom gave him money to file for divorce, so he filed for divorce on January 2nd, and January 3rd, our 5-year wedding anniversary, I counterfiled for divorce. So my husband is still complaining about my TikToks and trying to get me to take them down. But the weekend of January 3rd, my husband takes the boys for the weekend, and I tell him that on Monday at 7:45 a.m., our little 2-month-old baby has a doctor's appointment, and he was like, okay, I'll take him. And I was like, I kind of want to be there and I want to take him. He's like, no, I'm taking him. He wasn't budging. He wasn't backing down. I was like, okay, whatever, you can take him. And that weekend, whenever I tried to contact him about asking him how the boys were, all he would reply back to me was, take the TikToks down, Sarah. So I decide, and actually my mom tells me, she's like, I think you should go and show up at the pediatrician's office because your husband doesn't really know the newborn baby. You're the mother and you should be there as well. So at 7:45 on that Monday, I show up at the pediatrician's office, and my husband causes a little scene in the waiting room and was like, what are you doing here? You can't be here. I don't want you here. Either I go in by myself or you go in by yourself. And I was like, okay, well, where's our toddler? And he's like, with my mom at the bagel store next door. And I was like, okay, I'll go hang out with him and you can take our little baby.
No. What? The whole ultimatum of either I go in with him or you do. Okay, then I do, you dumb.
Yeah.
This
one also prior, like not answering anything, take the TikToks down.
The way, ooh. I need to calm down. I need, girl, the way. Listen, the moms who get it. The moms who don't, and that's fine. I am the type of mother that you get primal after you have a kid, especially postpartum. The first night we had him at home, we had him in his bassinet in the corner of the room, which is completely normal. And we like had him all wrapped up, all swaddled and everything. And I obviously wasn't sleeping at all, basically, but I was so tired and I slightly fell asleep. And then I heard him, the little like squeal, the little screech they let out.
The best, yeah.
The way I am wearing a diaper, obviously, still, that was only 3 days after, I guess. And the way I teleported out of bed to the other side of the room, and Tony like is just now like raising himself in bed. He's like, "What are you doing?" Because I'm not supposed to move that fast. I have a giant wound in my uterus. I'm not supposed to move that fast. And I was just like, I don't know. I just appeared here.
I don't know.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know. And he's like, babe, get back in bed. I'll turn on the bathroom light. I'll put him on your chest. I'll go get a bottle. And I was like, okay, all right. And I almost like passed out, and Tony was just like, basically like laying there with me, so I could like feel like I was doing it, but I was not. I was not okay.
Oh, bless.
Yeah. Now, I get excited when he wakes up at 4 a.m. and Tony puts him to bed and I'm like, okay, good night. I love you. I'll see you at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
That's our time.
And then you send me pictures. Yeah.
We entered this appointment and I left because I did not want to cause a scene or any confrontation or anything like that. So a couple days later, another cop shows up at my house and my husband decides to try to file a restraining order against me. Yes. But the cop is like, okay, like nothing to worry about. The restraining order got denied, but you still have a court date where he can try to fight it. So we show up to court. This was the last Thursday. We show up to court and I'm like freaking out because I'm like, oh, I don't know what he's going to do and try to manipulate the situation. And I was really nervous for that. So I showed up to court. All I had to do was say my name and they asked him a few questions. And the judge was like, this isn't divorce court. This is domestic violence court. So case dismissed. And he had his little binder with him. So he slammed his binder on the desk and ran out of the courtroom. And I was like, this is so embarrassing. And honestly, it's crazy how much he hates me. Like, I don't know, this is how I deal with trauma. Like, I was looking at him. I either wanted to cry or laugh. Like, I just couldn't look at him because one of those was going to happen. So that finally leads me to today, where this man still wants me to take my TikToks down. And he says this is a horrible way of grieving. It's only going to ruin his lives and our boys' lives and all this stuff. And only cares about himself. But I didn't make this series to destroy him and his mistress or bring anybody down or hurt anybody. I just felt the need to tell my story because people were coming out and
you deserve to. You have the right to.
Yeah, no, exactly. Like
she has the right to.
It's her experience. It's the truth.
Yes, it's your experience. You are allowed to get that out there, have that validation, however that looks. Like, your story is worthy of being told.
And that's so up of how we were talking about earlier, like so you're mad that the truth is being spoken?
Yeah.
Well, then maybe
you did. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
then maybe you shouldn't have done XYZ, or maybe you should figure out why you feel that way, because shut up.
So this is him. I'll show you here because so he's the one closest to this finger.
Is he 5 feet tall? How tall is he?
Little guy. Yes, and the reason this screen grab came from the video of female Sam photographer because they were getting so much hate misdirected at her husband, thinking that it was him that was Sam. And she's like, no. I've got to set the record straight. This is me. This is my man. This is Sam, the husband.
Yeah.
So she ended up showing him and then kind of like tells her side of things.
He was the second shooter for the videography of her wedding.
Hello, everyone. I clearly was not ready to make a TikTok video today, but I clearly have to get on here and clarify some things that is happening on Sarah's videos. So I'm going to pull up some photos to clarify who is who, because there are some people on TikTok that are doing not so great research and thinking that my husband is the one that did all these bad things and he's just a sweet, innocent man. So I'm going to show you who's who. So obviously this is me. Okay. Don't talk about my lashes or my lash blindness. Okay. This right here is my husband. His name is David. He works with me. He's lead videographer and a lead photographer. I'm a photographer and I'm the overall business owner. This is Sarah's soon-to-be ex-husband. This is who did bad things, not us. We did none of this. We just happened to, own a business and hired him, and he played everyone, including us and his wife. So here's another one, me, him, and then my husband, my sweet, sweet husband. Another one, we worked together for years. Okay, me, who Sarah is talking about, her husband, soon-to-be ex-husband, and then my husband. I love him. And then just for funsies, this photo was taken at the wedding that Sarah talks about in her videos. That is my husband. That is Sarah's husband, soon-to-be ex-husband. So anyways, now that we've got that all sorted out, you guys can stop going on our videography and photography work and leaving psychotic comments about things that aren't even true. But if you want to go stalk our work and leave positive comments about it and tell us how good we are, those I'm here for. So, okay, this is all I'm going to be saying on this for now. If people want to keep slandering and doing crazy things, that's a different story. But for now, this is the only energy I'm putting towards this. So it's been an interesting Monday. So I'm on a roll of just answering things right now because I was just kind of sitting back and not saying anything because it's like, I want to say it's none of my business, but it also like quite literally is my business. But Orlando was not a work trip. Orlando was a fun friends trip. That past bride of ours was invited on that trip because we were friendly, and her best friend is also one of my very close friends, and they were coming on the Orlando trip as well. So it made sense that she would come or get invited and be there. That being said, we invited our second shooter, not anymore, he's fired. I need to clarify that 5,000 times because the internet doesn't listen. We invited him because he enjoys the theme parks. We knew this. I was going to buy his ticket as like a part of his end of year bonus. Like, thank you so much for working with us and always being there, yada, yada, whatever. He was really there for us. Okay. And the brides. So that's why they were both in Orlando with us. And then proceeded to blindside us to the end of the earth, basically. While we're at it, I'm also going to add in, yes, I was the one that took the picture under the table. To elaborate on that a little bit, I took the picture under the table because I genuinely wanted to see what was going on. I'm very tall, so I was able to see across the table, on top of it, obviously, and the arm placements didn't really look right. So I was like, that's suspicious. So then I took my phone out and I turned my flash off and I took the picture, and then I looked at my phone and I was like, and then proceeded to elbow the shit out of my husband and show him the photo where we would both describe it as the feeling of your heart, like basically it's gonna like fall out of your butthole. That's what it felt like. So yeah, and then it was just all downhill from there.
So where are we now? Because we need to go over to Patreon. So where are we now?
Well, where we are now is, they're no longer together.
Good.
He still wants whatever. She's still telling her truth and stuff. But what ended up happening, this is where we'll leave off, is when she started telling her story and then people were going over and looking at the photographer female Sam's stuff, recognized him and started reaching out to Sarah, being like, he's messaged me and, like in the past, like he's been doing this for a long time. So this is insane though. And look at how he tried to keep from getting caught on this. So scroll down in our thing and it says, the first bit says other woman I don't even know what I was trying to say.
Guys, I'm back with all the tea. So we know how I'm going through a divorce because my husband left me while I was pregnant because he was having an affair. But since sharing my story on TikTok, so many people have reached out to me. And one of them that have recently reached out to me was someone that my ex had past relations with. So she messaged me on TikTok and texted me her number so she can send me screenshots of things that my ex has said to her and liked on his Sam After Dark Instagram account that he uses to slide into girls' DMs when we were together, and he probably still does that. But anyways, I went to go text her with her number and the text didn't go through. So I looked and her number was blocked in my phone. So I was like, that is strange. I've never talked to this girl in my life. So I went to my blocked contacts in my phone and I found 208 blocked phone numbers in my phone. that I've never blocked. So I went and started looking up all these numbers, and I've hardly looked up any of them because I gave up when I realized they were all girls my age, and I knew some of those names, and I'll show you some.
Look at the thing.
Are
She literally has so many receipts, like all the names. She's blocked out the numbers, but like she looked in.
Girl.
208 blocked numbers on her phone. That is insanity.
That is, one could say diabolical.
Can you imagine
going through that much effort? Like, I'm
and blocking them on the phone and talking to that many women.
That you were in it for that long, that you were financially enmeshed with him, and that, hey, you got 2 beautiful babies out of it. That's great. But also that, like, now you're, kind of tied for him for the rest of your life. But like, he took the time to go into your phone and block these numbers from being able to contact you. That's
Dateline. That is
I was just going to say it. Okay.
Shit.
Thank God. I was holding back from saying, because I didn't want people to be like,
that's Dateline
Chelsea,
shit.
that's excessive.
She found out
that's serial
like,
killer.
when she needed to. That is like, she found out when she needed to. That is. And so she has another video. We can get Jay and Kai to play it, of one of like, people are like, prior to her getting to this point, was there like a red flag earlier? And she said the only thing that she had earlier was that one day they're just like chilling. She thinks she's got like the perfect life, relationship, everything. And then she gets the notification that husband is on Snapchat. So it says like, because like when you look like, when when you get a notification like, oh, so-and-so's on Snapchat.
Yep.
So she has husband saved in her phone. It's on Snapchat. When she goes to the Snapchat, it is his number. And then the username is for April or something like that. Yeah. And then he's like, I don't know what that is. Like, that's not me. Like, somebody must have talked his way out of it. And now looking back in hindsight, she's like, so that was another fraud. Because that's not who this girl is. Yeah, 200 forking numbers blocked. So we don't even know beyond that. It's just insane. No wonder this guy is panicking and freaking the F out. He's a garbage human being. A little gremlin, garbage, small cheese loser.
I'm sorry, she's dyslexic. Disregard that. She said small cheese dick. She meant to say small cheese loser.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
It's okay, we get it.
Can we? All right, so let's leave off with what you guys have all been waiting for. We have the footage of the Harry Potter wedding. So we get to see the Mistress with her wedding that this guy helped.
Oh my God! Wait, hold on. I'm still on. Ron's been spleeched. I'm still on that. Sorry. Oh my God. Okay, so, oh God, what do I think she looks like?
Yeah. Oh yeah. What do you think she looks like?
Her name's Anna. I think she's got a weak chin.
Okay. What else?
Weak
like, what
chin.
else? What about hair color?
I'm allowed to say this because no. I was gonna say a mousy blonde, but any bitch with the audacity to do this is straight up bleaching their hair. This looks like Luna Lovegood, and not in a good way.
Babe, you're pretty bang on. This is wild.
I know my this ain't one of my bitches, but I know them. All right, okay. Mistress no. Harry Potter wedding footage. I'm so excited.
Here we go.
The Ministry of Magic is currently closed for the wedding of Anna and Clout. Please leave them a message at the tone for them to remember this most magical night.
Dear Anna, I can't believe the day is here.
Okay, but the I solemnly swear is kind of cute. All the other like transitions and stuff, are like spooky and ominous, and I don't really like that. So,
But they're not involved in this, so carry on.
but like she is.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I am so happy that our story ended up in fast forward due to circumstances we were put into. What I love most about you is how you're so
Bitch, what does that mean?
I think it's references to like certain like Harry Potter quotes. That's her husband.
No, I know. But where we are now is, we got there because our circumstances where we are now is because we had to be thrust into being in fast forward. That's not a Harry Potter quote.
Oh, just wait. Even like listen to like her like vows. This is so telling. Like this was like doomed from the get-go.
Oh my God, no. Look at her dirty little rat smirk. I was gonna say, look at it. You can't look. Oh, those thin ass lips she has. Listen, babe, if you have thin lips, you're hot. I don't care. This, no, could not be us. Gross. Oh, her. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to you guys, not to her. This sucks.
No, you guys, I have to say, I didn't include it, but I did giggle. And I think it's diabolical of me, but it's okay. When Sarah was sharing her things, one of her like she did like this like carousel quote, and then it was like, when you don't think that you have to worry about the ugly ones.
Sarah. It's funny because it's true.
selfless and will always be there for your friends. You somehow manage to always find time for those you care most about. I'm looking forward to the highs and the lows we will face and always get through, and the nuggets that are hopefully in our future. I love you and I can't wait to grow old with you. Love, Brett.
B. Although I would describe us both as affectionate, our love language has never really been words. But as I sit down to write this letter, I think it's because words just can't do us justice. You came into my life at a time that I didn't think I was capable of letting someone in. But it feels like the whole universe conspired to make sure we didn't let our relationship pass us by. To show us that everything is better when we do it together.
The disrespect of them showing them doing like the unbreakable bond. Now, guess what? Now you both have to die. Because you broke it. Plot twist. You done did yourself on that one. How dare you? Oh my God.
Isn't this wild?
This is in Slytherin. I'm set.
I don't know what happens next. But I do know that today, I get to marry my best friend and celebrate with all of the people we love most. After that, what's coming will come, and we'll meet it when it does. I love you.
What's coming will come.
Will come.
And we'll meet it when it does.
When it does.
Edgar Allan Poe, who? Yeah, that's garbage. Also, why'd she have a mini Stanley Cup?
I don't know.
I don't like her.
I don't know.
Because, she's not from here.
Well, of course we don't like her.
I would have found her already if she was from here.
Well, of course we don't like her. Anyways, that was, so you did...
Ooh, that was sorry,
Wait, Chelsea.
That what?
Chelsea, the only thing you got wrong was the weak chin, because that looks...
Girl, she pushing that out. That puts Michaela Naguera to shame. Good God. This transition here, though, that Sarah Farmer, who did the wedding photography or the wedding thing, this little like transition she did at the end where they do like the dip kiss and then like they bring it back up at the reception. That's beautiful. I love that.
No, yeah, great work.
That wedding looks like it cost at least, depending on if they had an open bar or not, looks like it cost at least like $40,000. So sorry
and
you
lasted like a day.
Yeah, sorry you wasted that money.
Because she had an eye for the videographer. Like, that's
not even the main videographer.
No, he was the second shirt. He's not even part of the company. It's a friend that they call in when they need help.
That's really embarrassing. His name isn't even on the invoice. That's so like that's.
He couldn't
so
afford
offensive.
even to like get a plane ticket to go shoot a festival. Like lying about it, but still, like obviously.
Oh, yikes. So him.
I think in conclusion, Sarah, this sucks. I'm so sorry you went through this, but like, girl, you're going to be okay. This was meant to happen because he ain't for you, boo-boo.
No, you deserve way better.
Yeah.
And so do your kids.
Let Anna have him. Because guess what? What did you say? You lose him how you got him. And
You
the
lose 'em
fact
how
that
you get
that
'em, babe.
man that the fact that that man had 208 numbers blocked. Can you imagine what he's done with this woman? He was cheating already on her with his wife.
Girl.
And she had issues with it.
200 numbers over 5 years. That ain't over
sick.
like 2 years. That's like 5 years. So he's most likely, in my opinion, come for me, bitch.
sick.
Probably been cheating on her the entire time.
Yeah.
And like
that's
this
sick.
is just the one that he like found out about. But also like if you are not if you're not happy, I don't care if you do have kids, get the fuck out. Don't make each other miserable. Your kids know when you are not happy. And setting that example for them is awful.
Well, I think the sad thing here is like judging based on like a lot of her prior TikToks and questions people have asked. Like she thought that they were, right? Like he was just such a master manipulator and like so good at pretending everything was okay. And he was just a dirtbag, like behind her back. Like it's for the men, like fucking leave and just be a man and have balls and be like, this is what it is. I f***ed up. This is where it is. And emotions are... Now I'm all over the place with it. I don't know where I stand. I need a minute. Okay, cool. At least like when I would hear that, I'd be like, bye, and that's fine. But I would be happy to at least know the truth.
But also like Sarah, it sounds like, you deserve to, get it. Ooh, girl, you know what? Get railed by like a 6'4" athlete.
Yeah, she is starting to share that she is like, like kind of ready just to like venture and how does that work? And I think maybe just make sure she's still got it. We get that. It's fine. Might be too soon, but like who are we to judge? Like do what you need to do, babe, because like that guy.
Actually, don't. I'm a 6'4" athlete.
Yeah, no.
You know what? Get your butthole licked. I want that for you. I'm really excited for you, Sarah.
I'm excited for you too, Sarah.
I'm excited for us to head over to the Patreon.
I can't wait. I actually am so excited to like continue following her journey and like figure out like where she is in a year from now and like what's gonna happen. Obviously, she's not gonna go back to this dorkwad. She's gonna be somewhere, and I can't wait to like see where it is. It's like we're like one of the girls coming along on the journey with her.
Oh, I'm strapped in.
Take us on the dates. Like get us ready.
Please. Oh my God, do it and then tell us. Listen, we are 2 feral moms. Sounds like you are too. It's 33 weeks and getting all boned up. Could not be me. I was sweating. I could not breathe at 33 weeks. But, listen, it's okay. But yeah, just get your shit rocked by a man over 6 feet tall with a big old honker. By honker, I do not mean a nose.
That guy's a little nugget. That guy was a little nugget.
I mean, like,
she needs some more talk.
Hang out with someone who cleans their belly button because he clearly did not.
Yeah, it seems like it would check, in our opinion.
I don't know. It could be a fact. I can't wait.
Okay, let's go over to Patreon. I can't wait.
Yeah,
I really have been so excited. I'm so excited to like get the updates. So let's go over there.
Okay.
Let's wrap it up. Everybody go send Sarah some love. We're sending love to you. We love you so much. If you guys want to continue the party and figure out where everyone's at and what Chelsea has in store for us, I'm so excited. Over at patreon.com. No. Yeah, patreon.com/HereForTheClout. Ooh, I did it.
You sure did, girlfriend. Now make sure that you stay feral.
Damn the man.
And save the empire.
Damn the man! Save the empire!
Goodbye.
Bye.